Hi, welcome to another M10 Live. Today we're going to be talking about live streaming essentially and all of the various processes that you can go through. There are a lot of different opportunities. Whether or not your budget is small or up there with the pros, you have a lot of different options and I want you to consider all of them. So when you are capturing a live event, it's good to have that kind of live stream feel. I feel like people get more invested when you do, when it feels like you're actually present there. So sometimes it is good to just live stream on your phones or your iPad, should you have one, you know, and go about and interact with people. People really do enjoy asking questions and then, you know, commenting back on your live feed. That's always very useful, and it can get that personal feel, especially if you've got someone leading this live stream throughout. If it's just, you know, you're touring through this building or that restaurant or a hotel room, whichever, then it's not as necessary to get a back and forth response with your audience and their comments. Make sure, by the way, that there is some way for you to monitor comments and responses if you do want that back and forth, whether or not it's you looking at your feed there and seeing the comments as they pop up, or if you have someone in the background who can tell you in some way, you know, what those comments are and filter out which of the responses you want to respond to, actually, and leave all the other stuff by the wayside. However, what problem you might run into is, what if you want to stream to multiple different platforms at once? Well, then you will need to find some sort of app or software that we use, for example, is Wirecast or Infiniscene. And these have the ability to stream to multiple different locations or platforms at once, using just one video feed, and that's very useful in and of itself, as opposed to live streaming it once and then pushing it out as if it was live on Facebook, on Instagram, on Periscope, wherever. So that's something to look into. Wirecasts and all of your options tend to cost somewhere in the $500+ range, so keep that in mind. If you really want to do frequent live streams where you're streaming to multiple different platforms and are able to do it all at once, that's something that you need to look into investing. You could also do something where you pre-record your live. Sometimes, again, like I said, it's not required that you have this audience interaction. You don't have to have the live responding to the comments or whatever it is that you're filming or doing a walkthrough. You may want to push live because they do ultimately get more views right now on Facebook and YouTube, but maybe there's nothing to really, you know, interact with that the audience will notice that, oh my gosh, there's no way that this could be live because I've been commenting and they haven't responded at all, and that'll turn off your audience. But instead you want to pre-record and then push as live. Again, there's software for that, and you should look into doing that, where you can pre-record, whether or not it's on your phone or on your big fancy camera, doesn't matter, so long as you can plug it into the software. Again, I listed Wirecast and Infiniscene, but even Facebook Live you can now do, where you pre-record it and then push it as live through Facebook alone. All of these options are available to you, and it's a good idea to think about investing in these, especially, again, they do tend to get more views. Facebook is really, in particular, pushing on live videos and making sure that they get more views and, you know, are able to push out to all of your audience. And even reach further than you may have anticipated. So again, just make sure to look out for any sort of live streaming options that you have and really look into it, because it's worth the investment, you guys. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you later on another M10 Live next Tuesday. Bye.